All right, guys, looks like we are live. All right, it's Jeff Ross and Mike Tharp bouncing into your screen today. So I'm from Tasmania, Australia. Mike, where are you from?
Jeff, I am in the good old USA in the great state of Michigan. Go Blue, living near Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I have no idea what the reference is to Go Blue means. I'm sure you can explain that later on. Well, guys.
That's our college football team in Michigan, Michigan Wolverines.
There you go. Go Blue.
That's right.
All right. Well, this is one of the things I actually love about this whole online business environment is the people we get to meet. You know, and so I met Mike Tharp through a colleague, Cole, probably about 2 years ago. And, you know, this is what we are. We're attraction marketers. We're social sellers. We're network marketers, everything in between. We've worn all the hats. But one of the things I love about this space, and it really is true, your network equals your net worth.
Yep.
And you, when you find your tribe, you find your vibe. I just love, you know, Mike and I have done a couple of things together in the past with regards to at-cost metals and a few other things. But we've stayed connected. We've stayed in touch. We've supported each other on socials here and there. And then, you know, then great opportunities like Stream Pro come and fall in your lap. And then we get to lock arms and we get to go build something and let's go run together. Let's just quickly maybe just unpack that a little bit more for him, Mike. You know, so how did this whole story go about? How'd you get me onto Stream Pro in the first place?
Well, yeah. And that's one of the biggest things I think people don't understand about this industry is it's not always about, hey, join my business, right? Click on my link. It's developing a relationship and giving value to each other. I remember when Jeff and I first met, you know, he was having like a free AI boot camp. So Jeff was pouring into people his knowledge. And I said, hey, this is awesome. Like, let's have you on the live. Let's get you into the runners community because like I use AI, but you know, I'm down here with AI, you're up here. So I'm like, if I can, you know, connect with Jeff and show my community what he can offer them, we're all, you know, all doing better. And we didn't necessarily join any businesses together then, but you know, Jeff was doing a leadership week for the LA Tribune. And he reached out to me and just said, hey, Mike, we're talking about leadership. We'd love to have you on the panel. So I was like, cool. And we were kind of, we lost touch. You know, we got a little busy for like a couple weeks. We were just on a quick 15-minute call to set up that leadership week. And, you know, I'm just like, hey, you know, how's it going? How's your businesses? And, you know, Jeff's just like, man, like, you know, the economy's kind of down now. People are struggling. The industry's going through all these changes. And without even me saying anything, he goes, you know what? The only thing people won't cancel is their entertainment. You know, they might not have food to put on the table, but they'll make sure they have their cable and their sports apps and their Netflix and their Hulus. And I just got the biggest smile on my face. I said, well, Jeff, it's funny you should mention that because I wanted to share with you about this new streaming service I just found out about that has basically everything you ever want to watch. And it helps people save money, cut their streaming bills. And there's a way that they can make lots and really good residual income. And Jeff was just like, what? Like a breath of fresh air to this industry. And he asked me about 4 or 5 questions. He's like, Mike, I love this. Like, let's go. Let's run with this. And the rest is history. You know, Jeff's already hit Pro 1000, about to hit Pro 2000. And again, Jeff, I'm just seeing so many people win on our team and on your team. Yeah. I've never had so much fun, you know, building and launching a business. And a big part of that is you and the positivity and your personality that you bring to this space. So, man, I love doing this with you and I'm just having a blast.
Yeah, man. And your servant-hearted leadership and the way that you're showing up daily to run these training calls with Ricardo and, you know, run the opportunity calls with Josh and the team. Like, man, the way that you've just picked this up and you've just gone, yeah, let's go run. Yep. And like, that is the beauty of this. Like I think I finally found someone who can run just as fast as me or keep up with me or go further than me. It's like, I've been looking for you all my life, Mike. But that's the thing, right? When you find something where other people can win we positioned ourselves as just to be able to serve. And I love the fact that that's what we're building from the ground up here with the runners team here, is to build that servant-hearted leader cultureship. And, I've spoken to Mike a couple of times about this over the last 12 months. I want to be known as a hero maker. See, our mission, well, my mission, personal mission, I'll get Mike to share his in a second, but my personal mission is not about me. It's who can I help? See, I'm all about taking frustrated network and affiliate marketers, transform them into laptop lifestyle legends, helping them to make their first $10,000 a month and more online, so they can become the fun vacation parents fueled by dad jokes, of course, so they can go focus on making memories with their family. See, when anything ever comes across my plate, that is the first lens that I'm looking through, is how is this thing going to help me serve this personal mission that I've set for myself to go help others. And I've been in the game 16 years. I've seen just about everything and anything. I've been known as the website guy, the SEO guy, the Facebook ads guy, the funnels guy, the e-commerce guy, the dropshipping guy, the influencer guy. I've seen all the fads, and I've seen all the ways that you can make money online. And the best thing I love about Stream Pro, man, it's not a hard sell at all. No. All marketing is putting the right product in front of the right people at the right time. And that's what we're doing here. And this thing sells itself. A, we're saving people money. B, we're getting to help people make some money. And not just like that. I've seen, a lot of successful network marketing opportunities out there, but to get going and to get traction and to hit the first couple of ranks, it normally takes a couple of months, right?
Yeah.
We've got people hitting the first couple of ranks here within days.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's like, This is a breath of fresh air. It's exciting. It's fun. And I could probably talk all day about it. But Mike, I'd love to just throw it over to you, man. Like, why Stream Pro for you? Like, what was the personal mission that got you excited about this? And why did you decide to jump on it?
Well, the first thing, like you said, I think is just the product, because it's something people are already doing. I typically do gold, silver, and crypto, right? That is a lot of upfront knowledge you have to give to people. It's having them do something they're not used to doing, especially with crypto. There's a lot of technical issues, and you got to know this wallet and that blockchain. So when I saw this, I was just like, this is easy. People are already doing this. They already get it. I mean, 85% of households are streaming right now, and they're paying $150 a month on average for their entertainment. And I saw right away, I'm like, wait a second. So because most of the time, right, in a business, you're trying to get them to spend more money than they were before on whatever your product is. But now I can go to people and be like, let's cut your bills in half or more. And now you have a global streaming business that pays you residual income. And most of the time, people are frightened to share whatever it is that you have. This is the first time people have never been in network marketing are like, oh, I already talked to, my uncle and my best friend and this guy at work, and they're ready to join. Because again, like you said, I know this is a cliche saying, but this really does sell itself.
Yeah.
Because, the question I kind of teach the team is like, would you like to pay less and get more? How is anyone going to say no to that, Jeff? Like,
well, the question starts to come in. Oh, this sounds too good to be true, right? And that's probably one of the objections when you come in. It's like people start to get skeptical about it, and it's like, and I was too a little bit. But when I dig into it and I put it through its paces and try the product out, it's like, hang on, I can actually get all of the stuff that I ever used to have on all the other subscriptions, and if not more. Because now I'm finding shows that I know that are only available in America, and, I can get them here in Australia too now. And not only that, I don't know that, many subscription services out there, if any, have a referral incentive program to it, and I can get paid to, promote this and help others to save money as well. And I'll be honest. I said to Mike, look, I am that typical super streamer. I've got probably about 7 subscriptions. And I could see how this personally saves me, $20 or $30 a month. I'm still going to do it. Like, I'm saving money. And I said to Mike, I'm not really going to look at building something else. I said, I haven't got time haven't got the capacity, haven't got the energy.
Oh, you were in the middle of your leadership week. You were, every time I got into Facebook, you're live. I'm like, how is Jeff building a business and doing all this every day?
Right. We'll unpack that in a second. But I jumped into this thinking I'm just going to be selfish. If I could help 5 people, win with me and save on their streaming, then I'm a happy chappy, because not only am I helping them to save money, I'm actually now starting to earn a little bit of money from it, and it will cover my cost for my own streaming services. And I'm thinking, and that's basically how I sold it to my wife, Sarah. And then, so I did that. We're loving the product. The kids are loving the fact that they can get Captain America for free and not having to pay $25 for it. They got Minecraft on there as well too. So the kids are happy. And then all of a sudden, like 5 days in, I've hit the first rank. And I've gone, Mike, what do we actually got here? I looked at the comp plan and I was like, oh, this is so stupid simple. Like, there's no complexity around it. A lot of comp plans I've seen, they're complex for a reason.
Yep.
This is just simple, easy, duplicatable. Let's go run, guys.
They love to do all those got yous in the comp plans. This comp plan is 1 page. That's it.
It's not even 1 page. It's a screenshot like of half a page, really.
Yeah. And there's not, a bunch of small little small font at the bottom or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I love everything we're doing here, man. It's just so fun to see so many people ranking up. And like you said, Jeff, it's like you just get going and it's a team build, right? You bring a person in, whoever they bring in is on your team, whoever they bring is on their team. Next thing you know, you wake up one morning and you're like, I was sleeping and 20 more people are on my team. I just, Jeff was like, Mike, I'm making $500 a month now. I've been in a few days. Like, what is going on here?
So I stood up, I paid attention, and now we're running.
Yes.
And, g'day, Bruno. G'day, Haley. G'day, Veronica. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate you. Hey, for those of you who are already part of the team, let us know, what do you love best about Stream Pro so far? The product, the opportunity, both, the whole site, whole kit and caboodle. We'd love to know. Let us know in the comments. And for those of you who are curious about what Stream Pro actually is, Mike, do you want to just quickly talk about our free 24-hour trial system that we've got up and running?
Yeah, definitely. And if you're not in Stream Pro, I want to know, what are you watching right now? What are you streaming? And I'll check and see if we got it. And I bet 9 to 1 we do. So what we have here, Jeff, is this is a streaming service that's been around since 2017 and started by a guy named Tony Farmer, who lives out in California, is a former NBA basketball player. And he got connected with Josh Feltz, who had a B2B company called Finance Pro. And they said, hey, what if we took this streaming model that's been around for 8 years and combined it with one of the best compensation plans I've ever seen? And they came together and had a baby called Stream Pro. And what I love about this, right, is not only can you make money by just referring and sharing it to people, but the user experience is way better. Because most people right now have 5 or 6 apps, and you want to sit down and watch some entertainment, and you're like, okay, I want to watch that show. What app is it on? You go to one app. Oh no, it's not that one. Oh, let's try this one. Here, you don't have to do that. You have all the entertainment you could ever want. I'm talking, all the cable channels, the news, the sports, NFL, NHL, MLB. We have two channels dedicated to just soccer. They're playing soccer all day, or football, as they call it, in the East.
Sorry, just laughing there because Trish Howard just put in the comments, loving the product. Oh my God, there's a channel dedicated to SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, they have specialty channels that they just play, a TV show all day long, right? A lot of classics there. You get the UFC, the pay-per-view, WWE fights, basically almost every movie you can imagine. And it's all in one app. So you don't have to move around, right? You can have it on, this is the best part, Jeff. You can have it up to 7 devices.
Yeah, guys. I know, right?
And this doesn't mean like you got to call your mom and say, hey, Mom, did you just get a text from Netflix? I need the code. No, this is like 7 devices anywhere in the world. And even, I don't know if it was you, Jeff, or someone else on the team, but I just sent you my login and I said, Jeff, try this out. So Jeff was streaming in Australia, right? I sent it to some leaders in Europe. So 7 devices, iPhone, Android phone. I have it on my Mac. You can put it on your Windows. You can put it on any smart television. Literally all you need is an HDMI, and you download an app, put in your login, and you're streaming in like 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love the fact that, you know, there's a show called Mobland on at the moment. And, you know, we can get that on our Stream Pro services, no problem. But see, I had to download, I think it was Paramount. I only wanted to watch one season, you know, one show. And, you know, paid the $20 or whatever it was a month for Paramount just so I could watch one TV show. Yeah. And I've had to do that several times over the last couple of years. Like normally, you know, I want to watch a show on Netflix. Normally there's something on Stan. Normally there's something on Paramount. And, you know, I've got all these subscriptions just because I want to watch one show. Whereas now I've got just one subscription and I've got the best of all the worlds I could ever possibly have. And, yeah, man, like the product itself, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. It really, really is. Okay.
One of my favorite things too, Jeff, is it's very difficult for a lot of people to have success in network marketing. I think they say the average person who joins a business makes like $27.
The average stat for the network marketing industry worldwide, globally, but any person who joins the industry for their first 3 years alone is lucky to make $300 a year per year.
Yep.
$300. That's the industry stat for doesn't matter what company you're involved in. And I saw that stat 3 years ago and I said, that's not good enough. We're going to do something about that.
Right.
And that's why I started Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, you know, to teach people attraction marketing, social selling tactics, to help them to build their own personal brand, to leverage tools like AI, you know, to help them to, you know, be able to put up a post and not get crickets and, you know, have people come to them, but also to teach them the recruitment strategies that, you know, you and I have mastered. A lot of people sort of, you know, struggle to find out, you know, my 5-step recruitment process. Start the conversation. No matter how you do it, just build a bit of rapport. Step 2, go qualify and invite people in to check things out. You know, so like Mike, the way you brought me into that conversation, you know, you started a brilliant conversation. We had back and forth chit chat around the leadership week. And then you qualified me and said, hey, Jeff, you know, I've got something to, you know, maybe a good fit for you to check it out. The first thing that I got, because I had trust, I had rapport with Mike, it's like, oh, here we go again. There's another thing. But it's because it's Mike, because of the relationship we're with, I'll hear him out. And I turned around and said to him, unless they've got something in the entertainment space, I'm not interested because of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then that's how the conversation came about. He said, Jeff, well, you just got to go check this one out. He gave me the tools. So he wasn't the tool. It's the thing. Don't be a tool. Use the tools. And so he gave me the tools.
I got to start using that. Hold on. Can you say that again? I got to write that down. Don't be a tool. Use the tools.
Use the tools. So he gave me the 2-minute video. He gave me the comp plan video. He gave me what I needed to make an educated, informed decision for myself. So he didn't try to give me some big sales pitch or try to sell me or anything like that. He said basically to start a conversation, he qualified me and he invited me to come check it out. And then, you know, on the back end of that conversation, we follow up. What does follow up mean? Well, we answer questions. If someone's asking questions, that's a good thing. Get excited about that because they're doing what we call their due diligence. What does that mean? Well, what they're actually doing is they're working out how to make logical sense for themselves to say yes, not to say no, to actually say yes. So they're looking for reasons to say yes. See, people freak out when it comes to objection handling. They think, oh, I'm going to fumble a ball. Well, no, it's like actually just lean into it, just be unattached and just fall into the process and answer people's questions. The less we say, the more we get paid. Answer the question, shut up. and then the 5th step here is this follow up, follow them up and then simply ask them the question. Are you ready to get started? Do you have any other questions or are you ready to get started? And then that's the 5-step recruitment process. I've been practicing and teaching that now probably for the last 5 years. And I put every product I could think of through the paces through that 5-step recruitment process. Travel clubs, decentralized e-commerce platforms, you name it, I've probably put it through it. Health products. The thing is, this is where you put the right product in your hands. This is fun. This is easy. I've seen people who, like Trish, has been with me for 3 years. Trish joined Dream Trips with me. And she's been in a couple of other things with me in the past. And she's one of these people who are really coachable, really got the resilience and the tenacity, but never really had any, raving success around this. But I can see people like Trish. I've seen people like Andrew. I've seen people like Melissa. I've seen people like Jane jump into this, and they're rocking and rolling out the gate. And the thing is, we've got to believe in what we're selling and anything we're promoting.
Right.
And so, like, if we believe that this is for the greater good, if we believe this is benefiting people, if we believe that people can save money, we can go put the right product in front of the right people at the right time any day of the week. And I 100% know Stream Pro is helping people save money. But what really excites me is I know 100% Stream Pro and the opportunity that we have here, people are winning. So Mike, I've got my own personal goal with this. What is your goal to see within this in the next month? How many people do you want to see hit that 500 plus more month per month?
So my initial goal is I would love to see. Well, I got sidetracked, Jeff. Let me explain really quick here. We added, like, normally when you join a company, they make the compensation plan worse and harder to hit. This company in the first 2 weeks made it easier, because when I started, it was just Pro 500, and you could build a team of 20 to get paid $500 a month. Then, Josh was like, no, we got to make it easier for people to get paid. Then
they said, generous. Generous. Like, you didn't have to do that.
No. $250 a month. Okay. So again, if somebody can make $250 a month, they are blowing away the rest of the industry. And Jeff, you said this the other day in one of our voice notes about how we're flipping the entire industry. So a team of 10 guys gets you $250 a month. And it doesn't mean you have to bring in those 10 people. If you bring in 3 people and they each bring in 3 people, you have a team of 12 and you're making $250 a month. So my goal is I want 100 people on our team making at least $250 a month. Because I know once they're making that $250.
Repeat that goal again?
Yeah. So I want 100 people on our team to hit that $250 a month rank.
Come on. I
think we're probably already a fifth of the way there. I think we easily have 20 people on our team who are making at least $250 a month. And I think I'm being like conservative. It's probably closer to 30. So basically I joined a month ago today, and we already have 30 people making $250 a month or more. And so that's why it's excited. So like the first day I joined, I went to my first corporate Zoom, and as soon as it was over, I called up Ricardo, my brother from another mother, business partner, ride or die runner. And I said, bro, we have got to do trainings every single day, because again, the way corporate does it is, they got to keep out the crazies. So, there's not like any, chat or, real questions, because there's so many people in there, and, they don't want people like spamming links or whatever. So I'm like, we got to create a culture. We got to create a community. We need to be there to train people, to inspire them, to answer their questions, to teach them how to market and how everything works. And it was like that quick. I was like, we are stepping up right now and filling this need, because there is something special about this moment in time and this product and this company and how many people it is going to help as we continue to just, again, I can't even believe we get paid to do this, Jeff. We help people cut their streaming bills and then earn residual income by helping people do the same.
I know, right? That's what excites me, is seeing other people win. Like, I don't get into these products to win for myself. I don't get into these opportunities. I get into these things to position me as a hero maker. Like, I had to, I had a bit of a heart heart problem the other day. I was on a call, and out of nowhere, I felt like I was having a heart attack.
Oof.
Like just like really bad, strong pain. I actually called the ambulance. I said, look, this is what's happening. They said, yeah, it sounds like you're having a heart attack, sir. So they rushed me to hospital. This was probably about a month ago now. And, going through that, it wasn't a heart attack. It was just, I've got some chronic pain stuff. It was a flare up on my nerve pain. It just happened to be in my chest area, which made it feel like a heart attack. But that got me up and stopped me thinking, so why am I doing all this? If I had to have one word on my headstone and how people remember Jeff Ross, what was that legacy impact that I left behind? What was it all for? And the word that came to mind is I wanted to be known as a hero maker. I just want hero maker, not a hero maker.
Yeah, I love
that. And that is behind the reason that everything that I do. Like, I'm an online church pastor. I got my own coaching business here in this space, helping frustrated network marketers. I've got a marketing agency. I'm the chief marketing officer for the Los Angeles Tribune. I've got a lot of hats on. The biggest hat that I love the most is I'm a proud dad of 3 amazing boys, and I love my wife to bits. And so I do everything I do is to facilitate this conversation around how can I help others win the game. Bring in, and I know that's why you do what you do, Mark, too. You're just in a different expression, in a different area of it, doing it, right? But it's how can we help others create, essentially, freedom. Not just financial freedom, but freedom of purpose.
Yeah.
Freedom of friends. Like most of us only hang around, our circle of influence, we grow up with them, or we're in our local area, because we don't realize that, we can have a choice in that space. Right?
Exactly.
And that's saying we become like the 5 people we hang around the most is so true. When you get to say, right, I'm going to choose who are those 5 people I put in my inner circle, and they're going to influence my life, then that's a freedom. That's a choice, right? That's a freedom. And I love that we can help others to do that. But here's the thing, is that freedom of purpose. This is what excites me about this. This is why it's called the laptop lifestyle, is we get to show up when we want to show up, how we want to show up, where we want to show up, and who we want to show up with. And then the financial side of things, well, that's just a byproduct of how many people we could help in this space. And then, so everything that I look at, the lens that I look everything through, is how does this go to help me to help others to win? And straight away, this has got a refreshing energy about it, a vibe about it, because straight away out the gate, others are winning with us. And, you said you joined a month today. I think I'm just about a week behind you. I'm 3 weeks in. And, like I've got 4 or 5. I think I've got 5 people that are hitting more than 250 a month already. I know we've got 6 others that are just so close. Like they maybe need 1 more personal, or they need, 2 more in their team or whatever, just to hit that rank. And this is only like their first month in the gate. Others are winning. That's what excites me the most about this.
Yeah. And I've just never seen anything like this, Jeff. It's absolutely crazy. And, I love working with you. The other day you left a voice note in one of our group chats, and I was just like fired up. I was like, I know that I'm Jeff's sponsor, but like, I'm ready to go to war for this man. I will run through a brick wall right now.
Yeah, I remember the conversation.
I was just like so inspired and pumped up. And again, that's why I love this whole industry, is you can just connect to like-minded people who are so positive that you would have never found in your hometown. Like, how different would my life be if I had never met Ricardo Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
How different would my life be if I had never met Sean Logan, Jeff Ross, Kawan Mayo, Veronica Knight? It's like you when you live, in a small box, it's hard to find people that have that abundance mindset that, you and I have. So I know this has just been so much fun, and
man,
I'm just ready to get out there and help more people.
We're just getting started.
Oh, and, yeah. We're still in pre-launch. We're still in pre-launch, guys.
Like, how many people do we have globally that have joined so far in the first month? Do you know?
I think we're like a little, maybe over 1,500 from what I'm gathering. I don't know exactly.
Wow. So we know we're near the first 5,000 or 10,000.
No, I don't think we've broken 2,000. I think we're getting close to 2,000.
So guys, I want you to pay attention to that, because early positioning in a company like this is everything. It really, really is. And I know Mike and I were part of the first 300 to join. You know, Mike was probably the first maybe 10 people to join. And so getting early in, because when you hear all of the, you know, success stories and all of the legacy type companies around there, when they're all up on the stage, the rock stars and all that on the big ranks, what's the one thing that they all have in common? They all say, I was there at the beginning and I stuck it out. You know, they went through the pioneering, the teething, the growing pains, and they rode it out. But they helped others to win through that journey as well. I really, truly believe that Stream Pro has got the opportunity to be something like the next Live Good out the gate. You know, have our first 1 million people in this within the next sort of 12 to 18 months. We're only just getting started. So if you haven't jumped on this yet, now's the perfect time. So how can people get started with this, Mike?
Well, of course, you know, you're going to need a sponsor. So if someone invited you to this video, shared it with you, get back with them. Because again, this is a team build, guys.
Yes.
I don't like, I'll take some more personals, but to be honest with you, I don't need them. Right?
Yeah.
You only need 10 personals to go to the top of this comp plan and make $1 million a month. Now, you obviously need more people on your team, but you only need 10 personals, right? So that's what I love about this, Jeff, is now it's just you and I get to serve our teams and our community. Yeah. And if they sign up with them, great. I don't need you to sign up with me. I'm just here having fun. It's cheering people on, celebrating them winning, right? We both have well over 10 personals. So this is just why I love it, because there's no of all that.
Share the love.
Yeah, there's love from above, what you build below. There's none of that like drama stuff in other companies. It's like we're all just one big team and we're all winning. So let's just have more fun and help more people.
Yeah. So reach out to the person who's, you know, invited you to this conversation. If it's myself or Mike, you know, if we can see that you're connected with one of our people, we'll do the introductions if we need to. So guys, there is access to a free 24-hour trial. If you're not on board yet and you want to try the product and put it through its paces, reach out to us. We'll give you our free trial link, or reach out to the person who invited you to this call. They can give you theirs. This is just blowing up. So blessed, Mike. Thank you very much. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Hey. You know, to see this as a way to lock arms and build and run something together. Like, you could have seen, Jeff Ross is too busy. I can't get his attention, blah, blah. You could have had all the excuses. But you saw through that and you said, Jeff, we need to get on a call. And we did. And I bless you. Yeah, thank you for blessing me the opportunity to run with you. And for everybody else who said yes to joining us, thank you for blessing us the opportunity to go build something from the ground up here, to go create a community that everybody gets to win. And yeah, let's just go rock and roll. Before we wrap up, Mike, what are your final words you want to leave people with?
Yeah, I just want to tell people, you know, our team, the Genesis Runners, we just want to take massive action. And I would encourage anyone who's watching this now or watches it later to take massive action as quickly as possible. Just join, right? What the most you have to lose is what, $99? That's it. There's no contracts. You can cancel anytime if you want to, which to me is crazy, but whatever, right? The people who took action are winning massively. And don't be scared to talk to that and introduce us to that big marketer. You know, I could have said, oh man, you know, this is Jeff Ross. He's been in the industry for 16 years. He's made, you know, 7 figures. He's super busy with the LA Tribune thing. But I was like, everyone's going to be in this. Everyone's going to hear about it. The question is are they going to be on your team? So that first week, I was calling everyone, and I don't normally do that. I do attraction marketing. You come to me, if not, cool. But this was like, I know everyone's getting into this. I'm going to call them. And that's what I told the team is like, listen, you guys, you can't be shy about this. You have to, my motto is MUMM, mindset, uplift, and manifest momentum.
Love that.
So you got to run when the runners run and reach out and help as many people as possible. There's no one getting hurt here, right? There's no risk. There's only upside and potential. And we talk about 10xing your life and 10xing your income. It's way easier to 10x something than it is to 2x. Okay. Because you're just using logic when you want to 2x. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're 10xing, okay, you're manifesting, you're putting that out into the universe. And when you believe it and you live in the end, it happens. And that's what we are doing here. And that's what gets me excited. So mark it down, kids. 100 people on the Genesis Runners making at least $250 a month, if not more. I mean, I don't know. Maybe a month's too short. By the end of the summer, easy. By the end of the summer, 100 people making $250 easy. Mark it down. It's already happened.
Don't sell us too short, mate. I think we've got the potential to go do it. Where what's the saying? If you aim for the moon, you miss, you land amongst the stars.
That's right.
And hey, even if it's not 100 people in a month and it's only 70, I think I was going to swear there. That's a bloody awesome goal.
That's right.
Right, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time. I was excited as a caffeinated kangaroo bouncing around on a trampoline. Let's go take this to the world. Let's shout it out loud and proud from the rooftops. But more importantly, let's just go help bless people. Let's go save money, make money. I can't think of an easier way to go do it. Everybody's already doing it. Everybody's already paying for subscriptions. We don't have to go through the big process of trying to educate people to why they need to get onto this. We just need to put the right product in front of the right people at the right time. Let's go rock and roll. Thanks for your time, legends.
Peace.